Okay.
Now it's your turn to shine. Sorry, brother.
To see it. Straight off the plane from Paris, my suitcase is downstairs,
No way.
my balls are still sweaty.
Fuck yeah, let's go.
Oh, yeah! Vibrant, fragrant. Izzy, I've been one of the few people lucky enough to watch this movie.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes people go, oh, in a movie about your life, is it surreal then to actually to be able to say to people, well, there is a movie about my life, and you can go check it out to answer all these questions. Is it fun to be a movie star now?
It's fun to say my life is a movie and mean it, because I've always. Oh my bad. Sorry. I've always envisioned this. I always knew this was gonna happen. So now that I can actually say like my life is a movie, my life is a movie. It is, and you can watch it and get a lot out of it. Even if you don't like me, I feel like anyone can watch this movie. Even my detractors, they can watch this and actually get something out of it for their life and enriching their empowerment, you know?
I describe it as not a fight movie, but a life movie. Like you say, I think it's the journey of a guy who's on the outside is tough as fuck, but shows you can be vulnerable and still be tough at the same time. And there's an interesting dichotomy, which ironically enough, the guy you're fighting on Saturday or /Sunday probably wouldn't believe that. Do you know what I'm saying? But when you watch this movie and you see these moments that are incredibly emotional, personally, I'm curious, does it make you revisit those emotions, or is there a sense of catharsis like, hey, I saw those, I felt those, I've dealt with those, and I've moved on?
Early on, a little bit. When I first watched them before the premiere and all that, when I watched the early cut, I'd cringe like, oh man, people might see this. Oh, they're gonna. But I'm like, you know what? I think it's time that I let people see certain parts of my life that I just kind of like kept to myself, which I think will help people. They can see like I'm practicing what I preach. Some people have talked to me and be like, the lady in the caravan, is that how it works? I'm like, yeah, that's literally how like therapy works, like, you know, because they don't have an idea of like, they have an idea of what they think it's like, and me actually practicing what I preach and showing them that it's just you figuring it shit out yourself with a professional, you know?
As someone who also did therapy, I think one thing I found out, it teaches you about yourself, but it also teaches you about other people. Like, oh, this person's handling this emotion because of this shit, their dad didn't hug them, you know?
I literally, once you've taken the red pill, you see the way in all things. So me, I take therapy to deal with people who need to go to therapy. That's literally life now. I'm like, you definitely have your own issues. This is not, people who try and bring it on me, I'm like, that's not a me issue. That's a you problem.
So,
deal with it.
Armchair psychologist, what's wrong with Sean? Why does he talk the way he does?
Sean's very insecure. I'll tell you, no, you only have one impression, the first impression. If you want to be a tough guy, make it the first impression. First impression, he was a bitch. I didn't even mean to make him a bitch. I was just like, hey, what's up, buddy? How you doing? He's like, oh, don't do me like you did your boy Costa. And then you get on stage, and then, man, I'll come there right now, and then you get my number. I was like, bro, 5 minutes ago, backstage, this world's this energy. So that's why when he tries to do all that shit to me now, I'm just like, it doesn't work.
It's funny, right? Because everyone kind of just go, oh, fuck the fight, the press conference. But I sort of feel Sean's not exactly a poker player. He kind of reveals his plan. Like, he's going to call you Chinese. He's going to bring up the anime and stuff. So when you know that's ahead, is it a bit like Eminem in 8 Mile? You're like, well, I can sort of just say it myself at this point.
I mean, you see me. See, look at my nails right now. They're ugly. I can't knock this guy out with these nails. I need to make them pretty. So I'm going to get a mobile nail salon, come to my room, do my thing. I'm going to break my nails on his face. But yeah, I don't, like for me, it's, the guy's insecure. I've dealt with him behind the cameras and all that. He's very insecure, covers it up with a lot of stuff, but that's not for me. That's a him problem, not a me problem. I know who I am, and I've done the work with myself that I don't give a fuck. Like,
you said you're going to do a TikTok dance over his grave. Any particular dance, or are you making it up on the fly?
No, it's already, it's one.
Who am I even asking, dude? I know that setup.
Yeah, I forgot I said that, and when I was like, oh yeah, I did say that. I gotta do it. So I have to knock him out just so I can do the TikTok dance. That's the only reason I'm knocking him out, just so I can do a TikTok dance over his grave.
I don't want to take up too much of your time, but 2 more quick ones. Do you think it is, from a PR standpoint, a mistake that Drix du Plessis didn't fly himself out here to try and insert himself in the narrative?
He didn't. I just assumed he did.
I don't believe he's here, no.
Idiot. He could have jumped in there and called me a nigga too.
Sean might.
I wish he does. I wish a nigga would.
We'll leave it there.
Yeah. Or call me, I don't know, Chinese. Ooh,
yeah. Well,
no. It's so bad to call me. You know, he's actually traveling the world for the first time.
I think it's hard for him to get a passport, right?
No, it's first time got a passport because of me. I've been traveling the world. I've been fighting on jet lag for years. I know how this works. I don't think he understands. Fight Island, 8 a.m. I had to fight. 3 a.m. You remember?
I fucking will never forget it.
F1s, I'm like, we got to fight in 5 hours. Why are you driving cars at the hotel? So I'm built for this. I'm used to this. I've been ready for this. He's going to come here. I think the fight's around 2:30. By around 8 a.m., he'll want to sleep. He won't be able to sleep, so he'll be up all night thinking about the fight. And then when it comes fight time, I'll help him go to sleep.
I love it. Israel, thank you very much. Congratulations again on this movie. I appreciate it.
Oscar, my boy.
Bye, boy.